Hey guys, this is Khan TDK Mr. So Real, and this week's video about the blueprints is a little bit disappointing to say the least. The M44 is back, and that should be no surprise since the thumbnail pretty much told you, but there are a few nice little things that are being sold, and I think there's one that I really recommend for the Phoenix credits that you may want to take a look at. So why don't we get started on this week's video of what is new in the DZ and what new blueprints are being sold. So let's check it out. After the 1.2 patch, the best gear in the city obviously is here. So let's go and look at the special equipment vendor and see what he has before we go into the dark zone.
How is my new favorite customer?
New favorite customer. Man, this guy's buttering me up. Alright, so we have the historian, we have a military M870, classic AK, classic M1A. Let's skip past these, go to the 204. We have some knee pads. We have some gloves, 204, and the new blueprints since the patch will be the Hunter's Faith holster, Lone Star holster, Striker mask, and again we have the Tactician's authority, we have the Striker knees, we have the Predator's mark, Sentry's Call knee pads, Sentry's Call mask, Lone Star mask, Predator's mark, Tactician's authority knees, and Hunter's Faith knee pads. So if you haven't picked up any of the gear sets, this is what it should look like. If you have bought some of the gear sets from the past, then those will be missing for you, but the new sets do have some new things in them, and they are all of the 214 variant. So moving on to the weapons that are available for Dark Zone credits, lots of people are saying pass on the historian. I might have to agree with that, but there are some good weapons here. We have two really, I think, decent weapons, if not pretty good weapons for sale. We have the military M870. This is a shotgun. If you're into shotguns, not too bad. It's the slower rate of fire variant with 5 in the chamber, but base damage of 66.2. The good thing about this is that it has capable and it has brutal. So brutal on the shotgun, if you get the headshot right, that is plus 24.5%, not including the mods that you may have or put on it. So this might be a pretty good shotgun for you if you're into shotguns or if you need one. Next we have the AK-47, which I think is pretty damn good. It has competent, weapon damage is increased by 13.5 after a skill, and you have destructive, and you have deadly for 27%. So since the assault rifles have a gear set that helps give them a little extra damage, you can have even more damage by using a skill. You can have destruction for your armor to help with those high value targets, and you have deadly. This might be worth checking out if you have the extra Phoenix credits. So my recommendation in this section would probably be this AK or the shotgun, and if you need any of the blueprints, they might be worth checking out. This pair of knee pads, kind of pass on. I would say spend your Phoenix credits on the weapons or try and pick up some of these blueprints if you need them. So let's move on to DZ2 and see what things are new in the DZ this week. Now we're in DZ2 and let's take a look at what they have for sale here. So first off, there is a glitch going on with these rank 80 items. They are 204, but they should be rank 75, I believe. Massive announced that there was a glitch. So if you are not ranked 80, I'm not sure when the glitch will be fixed, but that is the thing. It is a bug, not a glitch, sorry. It is a bug, and they are working on fixing it. Other than that, what they have for sale is the Tactical Vest 204, Spec Ops Holster 204. The blueprints that are for sale for the rank 50s are a Firearm Mask, Electronics Holster, Firearm Vest, and a Stamina Vest. If you are in the market for any of these blueprints, then this is the place to go. Go to DZ2. Alright, let's move on to DZ3 and find out what weapons are being sold this week. Now we're in DZ3, let's take a look at what weapons are being sold. So skipping past this stuff, remember that the rank 80 versions may have a bit of a bug to them. Let's skip past this. And in terms of the blueprints, we have the Valkyria still being sold. The unexpected, this is really kind of odd, the Custom M44 is back yet again. The black market RPK 74 is being sold this week, and those are the higher end blueprints. The Valkyria, the Custom M44, and the black market RPK. Can't really say much about this. I was really hoping that they would have some new weapons, maybe an assault rifle, but apparently we get the M44 again. So if you missed it and you were looking for a sniper rifle, you're in luck. For the rest of us, I guess we have to wait until next week. Alright, so let's move on to DZ4 and see what is being sold there. Now in DZ4, in terms of the higher end blueprints, we have an electronics gear mod, we have a performance gear mod, and these are the only two rank 50 gear mods that are being sold. There is a rank 40 prototype performance mod, but this is a straight mod. This is not a blueprint. So if you would like the blueprints, electronics gear, or a performance is being sold, check those out if you're in the market for those. Let's move on to DZ5 and see what they have. In DZ5 we have two blueprints, the suppressor, the 45 suppressor for small muzzle weapons, and the extended magazine blueprint. If you do not have an extended magazine blueprint, I would highly suggest that you pick one up. This will seriously increase your damage, either by rate of fire or by weapon damage. Highly suggest this. If you're going to be out in this area, this is definitely the pick of the week. If you don't have one, the suppressor, I don't know if I would recommend this, but personally I do like running suppressors. So if this had critical hit chance or critical hit damage or something to do along those lines, it might be good. If you need a suppressor or some kind of attachment for your muzzle, this may be good, but please remember this is only for small muzzle weapons. You cannot use this on a sniper rifle like the M44 that's being sold, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's move on to DZ6 and finish this out. Now in DZ6, the update has knee pads of the Nomad, final measure knee pads rank 30, final measure holster rank 30, gloves of the Nomad rank 30, and the blueprints that are of the 214 variant, final measure gloves, knee pads of the Nomad, final measure knee pads, and the holster of the Nomad. So the DZ6 vendor was updated after the patch on Tuesday. I'm very sorry that I did not update at that time. There were lots of other things going on, but now we have a really solid list of things that you can pick up. If you have the DZ funds and you want to get some 191 gear set items, then you can go ahead and do that here. But honestly, I think if you're in DZ6 and you've made it around DZ6, you probably can kill bosses and do a better job of getting loot. If that's not an option and this is your only option, then I would say go for it. But that is pretty much the end of this week's new blueprints. I hope you guys are enjoying the update. I hope you guys are getting lots of loot. It's very disappointing that the only thing being sold in the weapons vendor was the M44. But take a look at that AK-47 in the special weapons thing in the in the base of operations. It's pretty good. I would suggest you pick that up instead of the M44 if you already have that blueprint. So until next week, thanks again guys for all the support. Until the next video, I am Khan, TDK Mr. So Real. I'm out.